Does the show always start with everyone just seeing themselves? You don't know that everybody else in it. Kind of wild, but whatever. I'm not hosting today.
What up? What up? What up? What's going on, fam? Did you guys see
Yes,
Les?
sir.
Did you guys see
Hi,
Les? Did you guys see
Brian.
Les on stage?
Yeah,
Did you guys see Les on stage? The light was too
Les,
bright.
Les with the opener,
I'm,
with the icebreaker.
I'm throwing an
Les
assist
Les
because he's
passing the
Brian on my
rock.
left.
Les passing it. Don't turn it over. Don't turn it over, CP. Don't turn it over, CP.
You're so dumb, Lizzie.
Yeah.
What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? How y'all doing, Koki? How are you? Ladies first. How you doing, Koki?
I'm good, and you, Brian?
Living good, feeling better. I finally got my dab to host the show. This is an audition for ISO Brio. So y'all show me some love, man. This is an audition for my show. What's going on in the city? Big Les, you all right?
Nah, man, healthy. Can't complain.
Yeah, y'all can share the dab.
Brian, I'll be honest, bro, I've had a bit of a tough week. Work's been tough, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner. Is this?
How do you mute somebody? Did I get that mute functionality on? Les already going off topic.
It's fine.
NBA basketball, playoff basketball. Candace Parker, we got a bunch of things on the line today. But Koki, I'm gonna first start with you, girl. Candace Parker on the cover of 2K.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I know you got a lot to say. I know you got a lot to say about that. I saw you on the internet. Give us your take, dog. How you feel?
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. The fact that she's like the first WNBA female basketball player to make it on the cover. It's the first time we've seen this happen, although the WNBA has been part of the 2K franchise since 2019. No female has ever been in the cover, so it's exciting. I hope we get to see this every year, though. I know she's on the cover because of the 25th anniversary WNBA shout out, but can we see?
But they should run with it. They should somehow run with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And Candace Parker's the right one, right? Also, if they're going to start, I think the right person to start with, I would have put Maya Moore, but I think Candace Parker is a big enough name still.
But why Candace?
So
why Candace got the monopoly on the
they got to choose somebody.
They just choose, hey?
It comes to a point now because
surely we need to know why. What are the metrics? How do I qualify?
We don't know. Luca's on the cover. Do we know why? No.
We're going to get to my boy. We're going to get to white chocolate.
Was on the cover last year, and I was like, but why?
Zion caught a cover.
So how it actually works, right?
There's also, why?
I think with I'll speak for the 2K, the gents. Well, I guess it's all gents ones. Some regions, Ben Simmons was also in the Australia. He got the that side of it. I think there was also one where it's not just there's a main star, there's a main cover star, the ones that's the general one, but some regions get their superstar on it all. But I mean, because WNBA is the only recognized one now. You gotta share the love, man. Say who's that Liz something? Put on that Australia cover, man. Put on that.
Again.
And if she took you in the pose, Brian, it's going down.
I'm a god up, dog. I'm a god up. I tell you that.
How tall is she? Like 6'8". I saw a picture of her and LeBron looking like this to each other, dog.
And LeBron was in the Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones got that thick soul.
Do you understand?
He still had to young look up.
Brown is short. Brown is short. Bro, can I tell you? This WNBA cover thing. So with Candace Parker, I don't play these games. I'm not here. But I can't believe
that. I like the way you said that.
Yeah, Brian, I said it.
Right? I took offense. So what do you mean?
Okay, no. But my bad.
It sounds like a timer. I'm
hollering at
Twitter.
I'm hollering at the whole gaming industry, but not like Brian in Jamaica. So what I was trying to say is that I didn't know that the WNBA is also on 2K, but this is the first year they're getting a cover. Kinda, I think Koki's right. You just got to run with this. You have to run with it. It only makes sense. There has to be a WNBA cover if it's part of, or if it's one game. But shout out to Candace Parker. Hey now.
Why Skylar?
Stay on topic. The producer I want to know why Sky Dig not on the cover.
I didn't say Sky Dig should be on the cover, but she can catch a cover. I seen that crossover, that lefty
It's a
finish.
family show. It's a family
Oh,
show.
my bad. No, I'm just saying not like that, like this.
Go ahead, Lisady. What's your take, bro?
On the cover thing, yeah, man. Look, I echo Koki's sentiments, dog. It's great to see. We love to see it, the WNBA getting their shine, and yeah, hopefully they continue, giving the baton, dude, for years to come. And yeah, it's great. It's great to see.
I want to know who got the bigger check. That's my question. I hope her and Luca got the exact same dap because now it's on
Do
the
they
shelf.
get paid? Do you get paid to be on the cover?
This is the likeness, man.
Surely,
it's
likeness.
EA is rating it in.
Yeah.
Surely, there's no way
That's
Luca
fair.
can be on the cover of 2K and he's getting nothing, whereas anybody else on the cover.
Mbappe is not on the
definitely think
cover
there's
of FIFA
money
for
touched on
free,
it.
dog.
Yeah.
Why didn't they show?
Yeah.
They should have
Look at my
showed.
boy.
They should have showed Luca
First things
complaining to
first,
the ref.
Lisedi and Koki, let's just mute your mind for a second. How trash is that background on the cover? What's going on there?
Yeah, it was weak. I'm not gonna lie. It's
a cartoon something.
I know my boy
I've seen
Sean
a fair share of.
Sean could have
Sean
given us
could have done
better.
that. He could have
Sean could have
stitched
given
up a
us
young graphic.
you know what I mean, Doug. Sean could have given us a real one, boy.
I think
I'm gonna ask him
Sean.
to hit us up with a few
with a
few
backdrop.
reverts.
With
With
a
reverts, and then we
backdrop
tag
on the
NBA.
and say, hey, look what we did here. Look, my take is I agree with you guys. I think it should be on every single year. And yeah, they've been in the game for a couple of years, and I do think they could have done it immediately. But I also think that they could have waited a whole lot longer. So 3 years, I think they did move quite swiftly. It might be because of the pressures happening it might be because of what happened with Rachel Nickel, where they said, "Somar, anything could have happened." But I'm glad that it is taking place. And did you guys see her in the press conference? We'll get to that. I'm glad it's happening now, and I do agree. I think every single year they should get a female on the cover, especially because there's money in that as well. And yeah, they've been there for a while, so already I don't think it's anything that shouldn't have been done a while ago. But I'm quite glad they got the ball rolling.
Why also? I just want to know, why did they separate them? Why don't they just put both Luca and Candace on one cover once?
No, my boys.
Why did they have to
but
separate?
Now they're getting equal star power now. I think they've never had. Already them having 3 people on the same cover, I think that was just the 1 year, 2014 with Blake, Rose, and KD or something. And then from there, it's been
Kind of weird.
one. Except the legend editions or all these things. I'm chuffed with the one, though. I'm chuffed that she got her own, her own platform, just her on her own to shine, just like that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy that one,
dope.
actually, bro. Damn it, Luca.
That's what I was saying is what's cool about it is kind of like it's your collectible. So to be like, yo, for 2021, I got the Candace Parker joint. You know what I mean? So like whoever's on the cover, and I'm certain obviously
I'd have put Diana Taurasi, actually, now that I think about it.
they've got a long list of people they can actually holler at, constantly put on the cover. Skylar Diggin in the next.
Les, I won't lie to you, dog. Your Wi-Fi is battling you today, my boy. You're out here, you doing something, you popping. But anyway, there's something going on in USA basketball, man. In USA basketball, they caught 2 straight fades in back to back, which hasn't happened in 30 years or something. Out of nowhere. It's what?
Nothing.
The Brooklyn Nets. I heard some of the Brooklyn
What? What? Nah.
That's what I heard.
There's only one player for the Nets. Let's not do this.
That's what I heard.
Look at that.
You just had to get this word now. Okay,
Shout out to
I've
production,
made up my mind.
dog.
That's the greatest block in NBA history. That right there. That's the real one.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Listen, dog. You've checked the data. I'm not sure if you watched the actual games because everybody thought it would be a USA blowout, but you've checked the numbers. What's your take, bro? Are you worried about USA, or do you think that they slipping up, or?
Dude, I think it's blown out of proportion in the media because look, number one, the exhibition games, dog. Like there's no real stakes at play.
Okay, go on.
It's exhibition games. It's just a friendly game. It's like, bro, it's like your soccer team going to preseason. They catch a fade 4-0 there. Yes, there'll be banter, but dude, there's no real stakes at play. It's exhibition game.
Wants the mic. Koki says, "Give me the mic, dog."
Yeah,
but if anything, but let me just say, if anything to attribute anything to their losses, it's just a matter of chemistry. I feel, dog. It's just a matter of maybe as well
When you're that good, do you need to worry about, or when all other teams got together as early and they tore people apart? It's not like it's not anything new. Those guys are good as you know what I mean? Is it really chemistry?
Some might also say like the reffing also wasn't on Team USA side, because I saw a bit of contrast between FIBA reffing and NBA reffing, but that's not the subject for today.
Personally,
that's not
I
the subject
buy
for today.
I buy.
Listen, yeah,
Koki, you've been one in the mic. Koki, you've been one in the mic.
Yeah, guys. Look, listen, you can't say exhibition games. There's no fun in losing, and you need these games to help you get to the Olympics. You know what I mean? So these guys haven't played together ever. Now they get the chance to play together and they lose twice in a row. You can't do that. We can't just downplay it to like, no, it's exhibition games. You need to take them seriously, right? And I agree with you. I think it's a chemistry thing in terms of, like I said, they haven't played enough games together, and the way they select the teams also. Like Nigeria some players too, are like, right? I'm committing.
It kind of goes both ways, right? Sorry, okay. I think it's the chemistry thing. Nigeria also got put together. USA got put together. That should sort of cancel itself out in theory.
No, but Australia has. No, but with the Australian team, they've been together for like 10 years. You know, so they know each other well. They've been playing with each other for quite some time. Whereas Team USA, even the way they select them, like James Harden was there for 2 seconds.
You're very correct about this one, actually. That's a real point. I think I agree with you. I think this Team USA is different from the last one, which is different from the last one, where Kobe, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron, they kind of featured in 3 in a row together, or the core. You're always at the same guys going. They'd always add 1 or 2 new names at the bottom of the bench, but generally those guys, Carmelo went for 5-6 years straight. So I definitely agree on that point. I think that kind of chemistry, that's a fair point.
Yeah, it's very important. Bro? So we can't take it lightly. And the new coach, Greg, like when did he start coaching? Like 2019? He was there, right, with the FIFA World Cup. FIBA.
Nah, Greg has been there. Greg's been there.
No, 2019 with the FIBA World Cup.
Start to coach Team USA.
Oh, it was Mike Krzyzewski that's been there.
It was Mike Krzyzewski.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So this is a new team. They can't take these games lightly. If I'm Team USA right now, I'm panicking. Like, what's going on? And I don't think individual brilliance can actually, it can only take you so far.
Hey man, I'll raise you a Luka on that. I'll raise you a Luka Doncic on that. Go ahead, Les.
God damn it. So look, the whole individual brilliance thing, I think the ultimate case study for that in sport is the Galacticos OG Real Madrid. We've seen it amazing. That was probably one of the, like in all team sports, one of the first like most popular super teams. And then we realized you kind of need more to win. But this Team USA team, bro, in my opinion, I agree with Koki.
What do they mean?
You can't always agree that things are okay. If I look at the leadership of the team, KD, is that Dame leading them into suicide? Who that in the back? Zach LaVine. God damn it, Zach. God damn it.
Always jumping. All he can do is to jump.
So my chops, I checked some of the numbers. KD had about 17 for both of those games. Dame Lillard played better in game 2. He had about 22. When I look at the distribution, I don't think all the guys are playing as aggressive as we'd like to see them play. But for me, the biggest disappointment in some of the top guys in the team is Jason Tatum. He hasn't played remotely to his standard either. Koki, I'm not sure who raised the issue. Greg Pop. What is it now? Exposed. Are you a good coach or are you a bad coach? Exposed. Same thing goes at the Spurs. I don't know what the truth is. I think he is actually a good coach, but I mean, it's fair to also then ask some questions of him, right? This is quite a talented team. He's coached quite a lot of guys that are a talented roster and a bunch of good guys. I wouldn't say Team USA should panic, but I'd definitely say, and look, no disrespect to Australia and Nigeria. There's no way in the world I'm going to ever imagine that those guys are still going to beat these guys in the Olympics. But eventually the question becomes, how do you want to win? Do they want to win? Because these losses were also by a very small amount. And Brian, you mentioned during the week, and this is such a great point. Those two teams, the one thing they did better than Team USA, guys, was shoot threes better than
the ball.
If you shoot threes better than anyone in basketball today, I promise you. Dog, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You shoot the ball better.
That is so weird, though. Like,
It's
and
so weird, right?
that is so.
And my question is, now let's just take this 3-pointer thing, guys. My question to you: who from this Team USA team, where's it supposed to rain threes? Who's supposed to give you 17 threes a game besides KD and Jason
That's a
Tatum and
fantastic-
Dame
That's
Lillard?
a great question. But even still, even if
Bradley
they can do that, that's
Beal.
not their
No,
style
but
of
guys,
basketball. Koki, there's not a 3-point specialist on Team
Yeah.
USA. Not one.
Mm.
Nowhere. There's guys who can shoot the 3-ball. That's because they're basketball players. But Les, that's actually a great
But
point.
Dame,
What
wait,
they're
so
shooting
Dame
from
is not
I
a
think
3-point
Dame-
specialist.
No, I
Dame
can
is a
give it up
great-
to
he's a
Dame, but
3-point
that's too
specialist,
little.
sure. But that's not Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden at the same time. That's not Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Deron Williams, and Carmelo Anthony at the same time.
All at
You
the
can't
same
have
time.
just him. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But I
can
mean,
okay.
if
shoot.
if that role were to
KD
give it to someone, surely it would be KD, in my opinion, though.
Guys.
Because
So,
KD
guys, what
is a sharpshooter. Like the guy is
He
almost
can
impossible
shoot.
to
He
guard.
isn't a specialist. You know what I
guys,
mean? He
guys,
can
this is
shoot.
what I'm saying. So let's say they're running a 5-out or a 4-out. I don't believe they have 4 or 5 guys that it's so scary that you have to close out on every guy at wherever they get the ball. This Team USA team,
You can
I just
assume they're
think-
going to put the ball on the ground more often than not.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, he will
that's
put on the
my
floor.
opinion.
Jason Tatum, I think he'll put the ball on the ground first. KD, he might dribble it first. Dame Lillard could shoot it. Zach LaVine, he want to
Yeah.
dunk it. That's a great point.
I think
That's a really, really
I'll
good
give
point.
KD more credit. That guy can create his own shot, bro. He has no problem with getting
Create his own
shot.
shot. Yes,
Here's
but
the point I wanted
But this
to
is a
make,
team.
actually,
He's saying 4
on
out.
that point. Every single player on Team USA is an isolation basketball player. Every single one. Every single one is an leave me open, let me make a play. Maybe Kevin Love and Bam Adebayo. Dame, Zach, JT, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant. I don't even know who else on the bottom of the bench there.
Everyone.
Until they get a Chris Middleton who can start hitting them threes, maybe. Every single one of those players are at their best when they have an ISO.
Yeah.
Like I said, referencing Team USA with LeBron, Chris Paul pass first, LeBron pass first, Kobe score first, Melo score first. You know what I mean? There was some kind of balance. Now I think Team USA, outside of the guys that decided Steph Curry playing golf, dog. What does he mean? Outside of the guys that decided to not play, dog, it kind of feels like they took the best players they could find and put them on a team, and it's kind of not an all-star tournament, right? It's not just
Yeah.
and I
you're
think
so right.
I agree with Lesedi. Exhibition don't mean much, but Koki makes it. These guys they're not losing because they're sloppy. They're losing because they're getting beat. You know what I mean? They're getting outplayed and outworked. Go ahead, Koki.
No, I was about to say, like, and their defense as well. Like, who's the defensive guy? Like, who is there? I know Bam and
Draymond Green is there, isn't he?
Those are the guys I'd count
Yeah,
on
he is.
defense.
Green is there.
But other than that, who's there? Like, they starting 5. I was like, what?
And
Who do
let's go
they
to
have
Brian.
defensively?
Let's go to
Yeah.
Brian's point. Brian is like, when he keeps referring to the Kobe, LeBron, that CP3. Guys, when you look at that team also, let's just take away all the offensive power. Hello, LeBron, elite defender. Kobe, elite defender. CP3, elite defender.
Exactly.
My
Dwayne
dog,
Wade.
Dwayne Wade, elite defender. Bro,
Anthony Davis
that's-
at the top of the rim with Tyson Chandler in his prime.
Dog.
Those guys had a team.
you put that starting 5 on, whether they're scoring or not, they're going to hold the other team to
Yeah.
like less
Also
than
a great
80
point.
points. This is something is different here in terms of what
The
they
selection.
kind of the selection, and I don't know what could have been better. Which
That's
leads
my
to
next
another
question. Who else could have filled the gaps? Which other players in USA or American basketball players could have filled these gaps? I don't like the starting 5 of Damian Lillard, ISO, Brad Beal, ISO, JT, ISO, KD, ISO, and Bam.
defense
Bam is the first one I
exactly.
would make a change there. But that starting lineup, there's no spot-up shooter. There's just someone who wants to make a play, and it's not balanced, and there's no defensive stopper either. Not that the rest of the world is offensive phenomenons. There's nothing like that, but there's no floor general on the defensive end. There's no leader on the defensive end. And yeah, Les is right, bro. Those guys back in the day, those guys, even if they're not scoring,
So
they're gonna get that defensive
with
stop.
sorry, can I just ask? With that said, like if down the stretch in the Olympic game, and then like listen, the guys are are down by however many points. Obviously, okay, fine, dude. Who do you think could be that leader on the floor to be like, guys, we need to get these stops so we can, see the game through? Don't you think there's anyone on that team that has some sort of leadership skill? Because I would think maybe someone like a Draymond who's very vocal. He's the only guy maybe I could think, but
you gotta play to be vocal, right? And he's not offensively gifted to give a lot of contributions when it's necessary. So
there's value that, yeah, Brian's right. So the person who's the most vocal, it kind of, the impact of that person being vocal also has to do with the stature of that person in the team, right? So Draymond might be the talker, but everyone's just gonna kind of be like, but you can't even make the shot for us to go ahead, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No, but he does that well for the Warriors, though. Isn't that his
role
in the Warriors?
Used to also. He always now remember. Look at the age
that's
factor.
Through Steph Curry's verification.
Yeah, but back then he was good. He was a defensive player of the year. He could go at KD, Clay, and Steph. Now he was doing it last year because those guys are all younger than him, and he didn't once do any of that to Steph. Now he's kind of towards the decline of his career, and he's not as big a player as he was then. Surely, is he really still Buck? All right, man. Hey, So I think Les is right. I think he can't go in there and try shout at KD after him and KD nearly went at it and sort of get that kind of respect, especially when these guys are, he gotta watch his mouth a little bit.
Hey, they actually
I like Paul George. I like Paul George as an addition. I think I would have dropped Zach LaVine. I think Paul George was and Westbrook, bro. That's the other guy I would have taken along.
I would have taken Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook and Drew Holiday. Oh shit.
Holiday's there.
Cookie, we
I'm
live,
here.
girl. Come on, man. We live.
Holiday's part of the roster.
Okay, so guys, give me your ideal starting five with nobody who said no. Who would you guys have chosen?
Steph Curry 1, James Harden 2. Ooh, no. Is everybody injured or hurt? Because
Kawhi's available.
No, everything is clean.
Yeah, everything is.
Steph Curry at 1, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. Who else is an American center? It cannot be Bam because I think he's Nigerian.
So no LeBron.
I'm still not convinced. No, LeBron is old, dog. We don't need him. If I can get these other guys, LeBron can get some rest. I don't think he's necessary. I can't think of a center.
The Lakers.
Anthony Davis. That's my guy. Thank you for that.
If he wants to play,
that's my guy. Yeah, but if he's available and can, or if he didn't hurt his knee, or if he, in the mood. Curry, George. That's a lineup. Ooh.
Okay, let me throw mine out.
Spell my name right. Come on, man. Also, I can give it to me again. Come on, dog.
So I would of course Steph Curry. My boy. My 2 with everyone available. Klay Thompson.
Clay. Me too. There you go. Yeah.
Klay Thompson. I don't think James. I don't think James.
And his defense is solid, both offense and defense.
Yeah, no, definitely. And my 3.
Also calling him the best two-way guard in the league at a stage.
Paul George is a better two-way guard.
Two-way best.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Let's go on. We're not doing this
right now.
I'm still choosing LeBron James. I need that experience, just the same way Kobe did at the end of his career. I still need LeBron James. And as my captain,
can we get that sign bite? I still need LeBron James. I'm gonna make it a ringtone.
I also Brian,
every time Les calls me, I still need LeBron James. I love it. I need that sound bite.
Whatever. But the most beautiful thing also, why I'd put LeBron James in, I'm almost certain LeBron James with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson is probably going to be, a barrage. It's going to be impossible.
And then KD just for finesse.
And KD when those 3 guys are tired, and then AD. That's disgusting. You can call any country. You can bring Dirk. You can bring Dirk, Powell, Luka. They can all make one team. They're still taking out.
It's a wrap. Go ahead, Koki.
Kyrie on the 1.
Oh my goodness.
Of course.
Will he show up?
Okay.
No.
James
We
Harden,
said everything is fine. Stop
Kevin
it.
Durant, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
No,
is that your group?
Don't do this.
And didn't win 6 man.
Ryan, who's on the Fastbreak? Les, we thought it was you. Who's on the Fastbreak account?
I also thought it was Mercedes. There's a process of elimination. Today I was taking dog, it's starting to haunt me. I'm actually taking a shower. I'm like, but who the hell is tweeting this thing? It's starting to bug me at random times.
Okay, but anyways, so I was saying Kyrie at 1, Clay 2, The 3, LeBron James. 4, Kawhi Leonard. 5.
Anthony Davis, sir.
Can I? So wait. Joel Embiid, is he American? Okay, I know he's not American, but like,
he's from
does he have
Cameroon.
like citizenship?
Hockey's trying to go down the lineage and say, but guys, surely we can get him.
Yeah, but if Adebayo could make it, get my boy in it. It can go.
Hockey's trying to get Embiid a work visa, dog. Just get a work visa.
Give me a green card, man. Let's go.
So then AD will be my 5.
It feels like he's the only center left in America. Why is that?
So
It's weird.
Breezy, I would throw out behind AD. My next guy is Carl Anthony Towns. Because on my bench,
Same.
I would have Carl Anthony Towns. I'd still have Chris Paul for my leadership, and then I'd throw James Harden in there as a 2 there. You know, a young ISO 2.
Chris Paul is the only point guard like himself left. Back in the day, it used to be Chris Paul, Steve
He's
Nash,
old.
Deron Williams. He's the only point guard that
Last one.
actually,
Last of a
I don't
dying
even-
breed, bro.
damn, it's weird. No one else can even compare to what Chris Paul is just on the floor already. You said, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Just passing the ball. Nobody else chooses to do it.
No one else can
At
do
the
it.
one, I'm going Curry. At the 2, I'm going Clay. At the 3,
You can't
I'm
say
gonna
Ben
go
Simmons.
Kenny.
Are you that Ben Simmons
Nah,
owner
nah,
that's
nah,
always throwing Benjamin out there for no
at the
reason?
3,
Yeah.
at the 3, I'll have KD. At the 4, I'll have LeBron. At the 5, I'll have AD.
Okay.
Okay.
AD is a common feature. AD can play anywhere. If it's Team USA,
AD.
he playing at the 5, man. If he's the biggest guy on the floor. There was a graphic where AD in college had more rebounds than more block shots than 7 other college teams. One man. What?
Yeah, I saw that graphic.
What?
Bro,
I would just
Then he drops
AD
to come to the Lakers
consecutive
and blocks for one
Can
shot
I-
all season. I'm not
Can I
mad, I'm
throw
just
out my spanner in the works if he was healthy and in prime? Let me tell you
Hey,
something
don't
about
be-
Marcus Cousins, brother. Let me tell you something about DMC. I would have had DMC in prime in my Team USA any
I would stop.
day.
Oh, let me go again. DMC
Brian,
5,
no.
AD 4,
Sacramento Kings.
KD 3,
Sacramento Kings. DMC.
Kawhi Leonard 2, Steph Curry 1. I'm done. Ooh, DMC. Damn, he
DMC.
was robbed, bro. He was robbed.
That is the best center in USA basketball. He just can't play anymore. But
He just
in
doesn't
his-
have it anymore.
Yeah.
In theory,
Yeah,
when he's
in
balling in his
theory.
head, he's
Injury.
doing 40 points a game.
Yeah.
So, Cookie,
That's done.
team USA on the female side, what's going on, man? What's going on with the All-Star Game MVP with the toughest step back in the business?
Right?
What's the
You're
drama
so
there,
nice.
bro? What's the drama
What do you
there?
mean, what's the drama? I mean, Team USA, no, they lost. Team USA lost. So
lost.
the WNBA
She beat
team won,
them.
right?
she beat them.
Wait, what?
She beat them.
But my thing is, so they were
Cookie,
doing
would you
it
say it was an
because there was
upset?
a little bit of drama coming into the game, right? Because
What's her
obviously,
name?
Enrique
Akiri.
Ongubuwale.
Ricky, sorry.
See what I'm saying? Why is she trying to play for Team
Mali.
USA? Why is she trying to?
Mali.
You know what I'm saying? Team
It
Nigeria.
was a legacy
something,
game. It was a legacy game. She's like, no.
But there's
You
a
guys
snub there,
suspected
bro.
my
There's
name.
a,
No,
there's a
she's not
snub
Team
there. I
USA.
think
She's Team WNBA. So I'm guessing, I'm assuming she's going to be playing for Nigeria, right?
No,
But then-
Cookie, I think we got it wrong. I think how I understand it, she's an American who got snubbed for Team USA. That's how I'm.
No, that's
Oh,
someone
yes.
else. No, that's
No,
Isn't it
even
someone
her,
else?
because she was part of the team, right? And then they I don't know, they took her out. We don't know the
Shine, don't
reason.
tell us.
So
Shine didn't come on the
You
show
guys are
because
all
he
confused.
didn't comb his hair. He mustn't tell us.
Yeah, 'cause he
mustn't
couldn't
tell
get a
us.
haircut.
You got bigger problems.
Mate,
You got
only
bigger problems
reason
to worry
Ah,
about.
Emmanuel May is not on this show today.
Yeah, bro.
He
You got
did
bigger
not
things
get
to
a
worry
haircut.
about.
And he tweeted and told us even. Oh,
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
yeah,
Cookie.
as I was saying, so Enrique was actually chosen at first, and then her name was removed. So there was a lot of drama,
So she
regarding
wasn't
that, and
chosen.
also Candace not being part of the team, and also Nigerian hand Chine, Chine.
Don't say Nigerian.
Let me not butcher names, guys. But anyways, so
When you say
there was a
Nigerian,
lot
why
of
she gotta
drama
play for
coming
Team
into
USA?
it. Huh?
If you're saying a Nigerian, why are we talking about a Nigerian for Team USA? Do you see why I'm saying Adebayo?
But
should
now
check
they
some
can
things?
play. Did you? No, but I don't know. It's so weird, dude. Because now they are eligible to play for the
They're
Nigerian
eligible.
team as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
They're playing. I heard
Yeah,
they're playing. I
so
heard they're
I
in.
don't even know how that works.
So how I
So
have it, right, is that this homegirl got snubbed. USA didn't select her, and now and then she also tweeted, "No, I'm still not over it." She tweeted that about a couple hours ago because she got the All-Star Game MVP, or I don't know if it's what
Yeah.
game is it, All-Star USA Game MVP, and she says, "Nah," when she posted that picture. I'm still.
no.
This is the picture. Nah, I'm still not over it. So she's mad. She's going off the Team USA.
Oh, that's why she was boiling out.
No. Hey, that step back, my boy. Chef
Shout out
Curry
to
can take some notes, homie. That was
And one,
mad step
no, it
back.
was
Wow.
Insert
No, it was
Jordan
crazy.
meme. I took that personally.
How Brian
She-
going? How
that-
Brian
damn
going
straight.
Steph?
Damn straight.
That makes Steph
What's your take on that All-Star game? I think someone asked if you think it was a snub. Koki, do you think it was?
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
saying.
if it was.
Do you think
If it was.
do you think it was an upset?
Yeah, but my thing is, so like I remember we were talking about this, right, regarding the WNBA and like just profiling black athletes, black players, right? The girls or the players who got snubbed are black, which is so weird. And I don't want to make it a race thing, but Candace,
Yeah.
Enrique, Ogumike, the Ogumike sisters, all snubbed. So Les is looking like he's on holiday. Shine, stop, man.
I'm a shine.
So coming into the game, like I said, it was a whole lot of drama. And now Lisa Leslie was coaching the All-Star team, the WNBA team. So I don't know. She felt like she also wanted to win. So they were like, no, let's show them. They were like, everyone was hungry, and it was.
Bro, I watched
very
that game, bro, and
spicy.
they had a sound bite on the team talk, bro. And Lisa Leslie was on some guys. If you guys aren't gonna play, we'll put on a whole new 5 right now, though.
Exactly, yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, yo, God.
Lisa Leslie was like, nah, if you don't want to play out.
That time she a gift. We just asked you to come for the day, dog. What you mean talking to me like that? What you mean?
It was crazy.
No, it's
Brian,
I think.
Nah, Shine.
What the Shine?
Y'all need to be professional and ignore him.
What
Y'all
is
have a
going
problem.
on?
Wait, is Shine implying that you were looting?
God damn it.
Hey, you should see the TV in front of you. You should see the new TV I
Guys,
just.
stop this, Manols. Stop
Yeah.
this, Manols. This is an international
I'm so
show. People
dead.
are going to be watching it. It's like Southeast in ruins.
The host muted my mic, bro. The host shut me down. Hey, come on, man. The producers shut down my mic. I don't know what's going on. This is my show. This is my studio.
Talk about Chris Paul's
So
15 tennis.
I'm not. No, I'm not there. I got a whole speech prepared for that. My take on this Team USA, I think the female side of it, I think they have a better chance of winning than going through undefeated. Looking at what the gents look like, I think from the roster that I could see, they kept the experience. I think Sue Bird is still there and she's still leading from the front. So I think they have the most important things. But I'm looking out for that Australia atom. I'm trying to see what's going on over there. Yeah, that Aussie.
Hey, Sky D.
Nah, this is a team, dog. That's a solid team.
What the hell, Brian?
Yeah, Liz, you said you want to talk about
that team is
what's
killer.
on your mind, dog. What's on your mind, dog? Cookie.
This thing has to stop.
It's
Okay, no,
What's
I'm
going on?
It's Timor.
Can the producers
Cookie's
do
getting
something about
heated,
this?
dog.
Can the
What's going on?
producers do something
No,
about
I'm back.
What you mean? What you mean, my boy?
I'm joking about it. You
That's
hear
What
what
you
it
mean,
is,
my boy?
guys? Stop
Got
this,
to
dog.
see it through, my boy.
Okay, dog. Oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Liz, you had something to say.
I feel like we
about,
need a
something.
show where you guys just tell me all your crushes on the WNBA. I know Shine has a huge
Listen,
crush on
Hey,
Angel
hey,
Wilson.
Cookie.
Cookie.
I don't know.
Cookie.
Brian,
Come on, stop
it's
it.
Liz Cambage now.
Hey,
Post-
okay, can I? Who's,
My girlfriend, my crush, man.
okay,
My
who's
girlfriend, my
good?
crush.
Lesedi on some Kana Lesedi's on Instagram.
Listen. I'm a fan, and listen, it goes beyond basketball. I test. She's absolutely amazing. Her name is Satao Sabali, dog. Okay.
Can you mute these people's mics? Can we get some muting
She didn't
action
do
going on here?
much, but listen, she didn't do much in the game. But
The producers have lost control of the
They
show.
muted him.
They muted him. I'm so
They shut him
dead.
down.
as you were.
Yeah, look, Les,
Hey,
go
man.
ahead.
Brian,
How
can
many
I get
turnovers you said? I didn't hear that.
Brian? Can
I didn't
I?
hear what you said.
No, Brian.
I
No,
really didn't
I
hear
don't
what
know
you
what I
said.
said. I don't want to say. I don't wanna say.
Just try. Go again. Go again.
I have a very simple question for the current NBA
Yeah.
Finals. Is Devin Booker a Batman or
Yes.
Robin? That man ain't no.
Batman.
That man ain't no Batman. That man
Batman.
ain't no Batman. That man ain't no Batman. Guys,
Let's say Chris Paul and Devin Booker are both Robin.
Brian,
One
I
is
think
Alfred.
it's
Who's
true.
Alfred? One of them is Alfred.
That's a campaign. That's campaign.
What?
That's campaign is the Alfred of the Phoenix Suns. Now, but guys,
I think
look.
Devin Booker's a. Go ahead. I'll give you a start. But what I think D Book is the clear Batman. But go ahead.
Oh no. Relative to one another in the team, I hear you. I'm saying as Batman,
Is he big time?
he's.
Can he
I
save the
don't
world?
put him. I'll never put him on a KD LeBron level, a Kobe level, your Paul Pierce for 2 years level. I would never put him there. He's not a Batman. He'll never be, in my opinion, considered one of the an equivalent of a Shaq or whatever the case may be.
But
When
those are
these
some
guys
big
were leading
names,
the
bro. Those are big
Yeah,
names,
bro.
bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I was
top
about
10
to
all
say, like,
time.
dude.
That's what I'm trying to
Because
tell
he'll
you
never
guys.
be top 10, he will never be a Batman all
He will
time.
never
Those are
be.
some top 10
How
all
can you say
time
never,
names, bro.
Les? He's 24.
Is Kyrie Irving a
Oh.
Batman?
No.
He's
I
24.
agree with you.
No, yeah, Kyrie's not a Batman.
Hey,
Okay,
look,
guys, wait.
Look.
Let me contextualize what I'm saying, right? I don't believe Steph Curry's a Batman. I don't believe Klay Thompson's a Batman. But when you put Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green in the team, they've won a championship, right? I believe, for example, Tim Duncan is definitely a Batman. But in all his championship runs with the Spurs, he didn't always win the finals MVP. Those guys could play ping pong with that kind of role. I believe at Phoenix, Kyrie's Alfred. I believe at Phoenix. Guys, why does Alfred not get respect? Bro, he helped Batman
Alfred
do
does
everything.
is
Bro,
tell
Alfred
Batman
raised
not to do
Batman
it.
Oaks.
Alfred
He
trying to
raised
tell
Batman.
Batman to retire. You saw Alfred say, "Dog,
remember.
you got it." Step
I
back.
remember that one.
Alfred's the problem.
But he supported
Alfred's
him
the
when he had
problem.
to come back. Dog.
Oh
Anyway,
my god.
the point I'm trying to make is Phoenix seemed to have a lot more of a team element, like where multiple guys have to work in order for this to work. But I would say the most important player of Phoenix is Devin Booker. I don't think he is the Batman. I think the biggest player in this
Okay.
finals is definitely still Giannis, who I
Do
also
you
don't
think
believe in.
that-
I just want to be clear. I don't
Do
believe
you
in
think
Giannis.
Giannis is a Batman?
Nah, just to be clear, I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him.
Giannis, you see
Brian,
all those names you
Brian,
throw
I'm
out
about to
there?
be a big hater. It's because
Giannis could
sometimes the
get there.
communication hurt him.
Yeah, dog, it's hard to hear him the way he talks
Yeah, I can't
sometimes. He talk this, talk. But Giannis could be in those names you mentioned earlier. He could feature there, dog. He's really one of the guys who could end up amongst those guys. Just looking at how he gets numbers and how he gets rebounds and how he's about to get a back-to-back MVP and a championship and a Finals MVP. Like he's
Nothing
moving.
makes
He's getting the
Brian
stuff that
happier
matters.
than rebounds.
In the playoffs, you remember Anthony Davis, right? You saw him. I was there. I was there when Anthony Davis didn't get a damn thing. But I think Anthony Davis. I think this Giannis guy is big time. I think he's Batman as hell. I think I enjoy him. I really, really, really enjoy him. I think he's gonna end up top amongst. I think he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Actually, I think he's gonna be amongst the greats, and he's really gonna finish his career above a lot of guys who we think are Batmans. Paul George a Batman, right?
No.
Absolutely not.
No?
Stop
I
it.
don't think
You
so.
guys didn't
No.
see Paul George just now?
No ways.
Damn.
No.
You guys didn't see Paul George in the Eastern Conference?
No, I mean,
You
no,
guys
Paul
are
George
tough,
good
dog.
at Brian, Paul
You
George,
guys are tough, dog.
Paul George just good at basketball, bro. That's what he is. He's good at basketball. That's
You guys
my
are
title.
tough,
That's my
man.
title for Paul George.
He's
That's
a
what
good basketball player.
He's a good basketball player. Basketball player.
He's
Final.
well-rounded. He's complete.
depth.
He can do a lot. He can do a lot. Yeah, but Kobe, what do you think? Do you agree with Les that this man is just a shooting guard? He's a good shooting guard.
Yeah, he is, but you know this Batman Robin chat, like
That's
okay,
because all
he's
of
not
your
a
favorite
Batman,
players
and then
aren't Batman. That's why you don't
no,
like the chat. That's why you don't like the chat.
no.
It's an
So
agenda.
one thing is he's not a Batman, okay, all right, and then he's not a Robin,
leader.
okay,
He's
and
alpha.
that's fine, and that's
It's not
no.
fine. It's not fine, Koki.
Why?
We are
Why?
here-
No, guys, we can't expect everyone to lead. That's my chat.
I mean, we can expect leaders to lead.
Look,
He's that team leader, and he ain't gonna lead.
the
'cause he's not
greatest
a batsman.
players
Who
lead.
said he's the team leader?
Who's the team leader, Koki?
Is it not CP3?
Look at Lesedi. Lesedi wanted to headbutt you.
God.
Lesedi tried to headbutt you through the screen. Ah.
Goddamn.
Yo,
Who is the team leader? Are you guys saying Booker's the team leader?
Yes, I'm saying that with all my heart. I've been saying that for months.
It has to come with the
Team
title of
leader.
being Batman. But
He
I don't
has to be.
believe
Who
it.
else?
I
I
believe.
don't think. Yeah.
No, guess Cookie.
No, I don't think he should. So what if he
Who's
can't
been
lead?
leading the team to success? Who's been leading the team to, Chris Paul's been playing well, sure, but Booker's been putting up 40s. Yesterday, look, here's what I also think. This is why I also think Booker is definitely going to be a great Batman. Who else watched the game? You guys see the game? That man hunted for his shot. It wasn't off any picks or any. That man would go off the dribble, a couple picks, sure. But he would go off the dribble, step to the side. He'd go into traffic and hit some jumpers. Those are the kinds of things that Kobe kind of did back when he was, I'm not saying it's Kobe-like. I'm not saying Devin Booker is Kobe. What I'm saying is a lot of how Kobe would score is a lot of how Devin Booker scores. A lot of how James Harden scores different. Let me get my point. Let me finish. James Harden scores better than Devin Booker, but James Harden scores nothing like how Kobe scored on a regular day. Yesterday, Devin Booker, who scores a whole lot less than James Harden, scored a lot like how I would see Kobe pull up in the mid-range, man. I enjoyed that. That's what I saw. They said, go ahead, bro. Just don't. Let's mute your mic.
Let me put my beliefs into context, bro. When I was watching that game last night, bro, when I'm seeing Devin Booker drop 12, 13 points in the third quarter, and this guy's on 38. I'm like, bro, this guy's really putting this team on his shoulders, bro. With the thought of CP3 is turning over the ball too much. This guy's not showing up. I have to do this right now, right? And that is very Kobe-esque, right? It's very Kobe-esque to put the team on your shoulders and potentially drop a 40, 50 bomb, bro. And that's what I saw, bro, because I generally saw when the way Devin Booker took the ball into
he wanted the ball in
creating
every
shots,
single position.
Bro,
he wanted the
every single time, bro.
Day.
Yes, maybe, like, dude. Even if you think about it, a couple of picks were even set on him on the island, but those picks weren't even good picks. So he still had to create his own shot in the mid-range shot, which is very Kobe-esque. Dog, and I'm like, bro, this kid is sauce, bro. And the thing is, and I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for Les to say that he'll never be a Batman and whatever, because I feel like, dude, at 24 years old, bro, but he's still only building the body of work that the names that the names that Les mentioned, bro. Because
this is major too. Most points scored.
Who was Kobe Bryant at 24, bro?
That's big time.
Who was Kobe Bryant at 24?
Watch your mouth.
Right? No, but hold on.
No, Lisedi. No, Lisedi.
Yes, listen. Oh my day. Listen. Oaks, are you gonna allow me? Are you gonna let me land? Let me land.
Go ahead. But watch your mouth when you say it.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that, dude, at 24 years old, Kobe had Shaq, no?
Hey, I'm not doing this. Look, you gotta yield your time, bro. Yield your time. Hey.
Thank you, Brian.
Hey.
Listen.
What is this?
What I'm trying, no.
What is this?
But the point I'm trying to make is that what I saw from Devin Booker last night was definitely Batman-esque, Kobe-esque, and I think it's too premature to say that he'll never be a Batman. The people that you can say for a fact, now that you've seen who they've seen.
But my thing, no, man. Listen, are we forgetting that? Are we forgetting game 3, game 2? Where was this Batman you guys speak of?
Hey, I'll show you. I'll show you something. Les has a hand.
Talk. Thank you. I'd just like to say on 2 separate issues. I think Koki's point is critical, and this is my issue with the Devin Booker thing, is that in game 1, and it's also my issue with the criticism for CP3. CP3 put that team on his back in game 1 to get that momentum going. Devin Booker played like shit in game 1. I think there's a bit of an imbalance there in terms of both those guys' productions. I think they've both had big games. And I think personally, for me, if you're asking me, Les, if I was coaching and I was like, who do I want every night? I would, without a doubt, choose Devin Booker. So I think he is the most valuable in the role. But one of the big reasons I don't necessarily believe in his ability is because it's also the consistency throughout the play. But I mean, sorry, not throughout the playoffs, throughout just the first 4 games, where we're constantly seeing him hunt for that shot. The way you felt about him yesterday, I just haven't heard that same sentiment for the first 3 games with the same passion. My feelings on the Kobe Bryant.
That's a big point I share as well.
Yeah, my feelings on the Kobe Bryant, and the same goes for CP3, right? Game 1, CP3 was pretty much, dog, there was a parade already. But then, since then, it's been best. Now, the Kobe Bryant comparisons, and this is not just my personal chops because I love Kobe. It's about the work of the man on the court. Just the sheer will on every end, and this is why I don't like you citing Devin Booker's ability to score the ball seeming Kobe-esque, because if you run it back to some of those games, you would see a man demand to guard the best player of the other team. You'd see a man angry in a huddle. You'd see both sides of the ball. You'd see just, and at all 4 games, all 6 games, or whatever the case may be, a constant effort. And that's just maybe the difference with Devin Booker. One thing I will concede, Lesedi, let me not prosecute the kid's career. He's got tons of time to learn. All I'm saying is, from what I've seen so far, I don't see the constant sheer will that I would have wanted to see. And I've seen it in different players' eyes at different points. When I saw Paul Pierce 2008, 2009, and 2010, I think I saw that type of will. Dwayne Wade in that one series run. When LeBron James for the last 10 years, there's just a strong consistency game to game. And for me, Devin Booker falls off.
I have a problem with the names you put on this guy because those are big names. But I just want to throw something out there. In 2008, Houston, Kobe scored.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But if we're going to say, listen, Kobe would have done this, that's why you're not Kobe. That's a fact. But for him to be mentioned in the same breath as those guys, I would like to throw some credit at him. In his first ever playoff run, him doing so well in his first time out, I agree. Defensively, he's not even close. Defensively, he's nowhere near Kobe. In terms of the sheer passion and the desire, he's nowhere near KG, nowhere near, that kind of passion. But I can't necessarily prosecute him for what he isn't compared to the guys who are. Looking at him and what I think he can do, I really do believe that he can be great. But just to make a point, Kobe in 2008 had a game where he scored 14 and 7. He got 14 points and 7 rebounds. He was great. They won the series. Oh no, I think they might have won the series, whatever. But great players have bad games. You guys cited Devin Booker in game 1. He actually had a good game. It was game 2 where I think he had like 10 points or something.
Yeah,
whatever game 2. It was.
Game 2 he shot like 3.
Players have bad games. 3 points. I don't think that's true, but I don't know.
No, he shot 3 out of intake.
Who said who was Kobe when he was 24? Who said that?
Lesedi, obviously.
I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
30 points a game for the season.
What's Booker averaging? Not 30 for the season, not the playoffs. Not the playoffs for the season.
Brian, don't even maybe get in the playoffs. I'll highlight the playoffs.
Hey, I'll get the playoffs too. I get the playoffs.
Check Devin Booker's stats. Devin Booker's a baller, bro.
Devin Booker is the same as Jason Tatum. He's the same as
Donovan Mitchell.
Jason Tatum ain't seen no final. Jason Tatum ain't seen no final, bro. That's what
What's the difference between Donovan? Why Donovan Mitchell? Why is Donovan Mitchell? Is Donovan Mitchell better than or upper than your boy Book?
No,
in your opinion?
Book above, bro. Just a basic skill set.
I'll say this. I think it's unfair to compare Devin Booker to the guys like Brian's. It's unfair to compare the guys to those greats.
Kobe-esque.
But hold on, yeah. But like Kobe-esque is this meaning, dog? There's some sort of likeness to his game that Kobe Bryant had. But what I'm trying to say is that it's better to compare Devin Booker to his peers, like the Tatums, like the Mitchells, like the maybe even Doncic and those guys. Rather compared to those guys. And then based on that metric, if you compare him to the guys in his generation, dog, the guy's balling out of control.
Sharp, we gave you your piece. Talk to me about how you guys. Okay, look, you guys know how I feel about Chris Paul. You guys know that I don't think he's the most valuable player in Phoenix. I don't think he's the most valuable player in the series. There's so many. I'm just mad at how he's been getting all this point guard love for going 15 with 0 assists. Now he's got 15 turnovers and it's quite quiet, but whatever. Giannis is playing some historical basketball, bro. That guy is really, really doing bigger things. Like these 40-point games they're big time, bro. You guys aren't impressed at all? Am I the only one that's impressed with Giannis?
I want to speak on Christopher Paul. I want to speak on Christopher.
I don't even have time for that, man. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Guys, look. So I don't think there's any other angle for Chris Paul right now besides criticism. Beyond anything that everyone's waiting to perhaps give him, I don't think people would have a lot to say if the points weren't there, if the assists weren't there. I think
turnovers,
the fact that you're passing the ball to the other team 5 times in a game, and when you look at some of the inches of these games and how close you lost them, you may have just given away 10 points in an NBA Finals game. It's particularly for someone who, even in the context of great pass first, great pass first point guards, Chris Paul has been well celebrated for being having the least amount of turnovers that's
his MO. That's his claim to fame.
Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, the great pass first guys. Chris Paul's been celebrated for being a low turnover guy. He's crumbling in these playoffs,
the biggest
and he's turning the ball over
of his career. Yeah.
I don't know if it's truly. I always have a question, right? Are we saying Chris Paul's crumbling, or is Drew Holiday defending? I want to know what people want to say in that. In my opinion, I think Chris Paul is crumbling. I don't think Drew that's special. I don't think he does.
I think Chris Paul has faced better defenders than Drew Holiday throughout his career, and he's never been this bad. I think Drew Holiday is a fantastic defender, sure. I don't believe Drew Holiday is the difference between Chris Paul protecting the rock and not passing it, or Chris Paul dribbling it off with his foot, or slipping and falling. Or Drew Holiday is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but Drew Holiday was on Devin Booker a lot of the games, and Devin Booker does not have 15 turnovers. As much as Devin Booker doesn't pass the ball as much, Devin Booker definitely has the ball in his hands, and he can get shots up without turning the ball over. So I definitely think that it's all on Chris Paul and his inability to keep it together. It's not because Drew is great. Not to take anything away from him. It's quite tough to kind of say both. But the biggest thing is that I think Chris Paul is a better ball protector than I think Drew Holiday is a ball defender. You know what I mean? If I had to put them, I would definitely say Chris Paul can protect the rock. But the way it's been, over 3 games, he's averaging 5 turnovers. That in the NBA Finals, as not even just a starting point guard, the leader of the team, you kind of start to lose credibility at some point. You put Campaign in, man. Put Campaign in, and maybe he'd do a little bit of something.
They actually sometimes play on the floor at the same time, even.
Yeah, they do. Go ahead, Koki.
No, you mentioned. So who is the leader of that team?
Look at his Chris Paul. He's the vocal now. It's Chris Paul.
So
in terms of what, though? Who's the alpha?
Chris Paul's, no, Brian. Whoa,
it's definitely
that's my leader. That's in
Brian,
terms
I'm
of
not saying,
floor general or.
I'm saying the person who's going to talk, the person who's going to talk in the huddle, talk in the locker room when they lose, the guy who's going to try rally guys. I think that's Chris Paul. And I personally, this is actually a secret I feel, but I think it's going to stunt Devin Booker's growth because you have that other guy. I also think, just to give you guys a very similar scenario that I don't think as much as I do think he was a leader, I think when you talk about the old school Lakers team with Derek Fisher and Kobe Bryant, I actually think Derek Fisher was the consummate leader. I think Kobe Bryant was just your
absolutely possible. The best player on the team.
Right. And Kobe Bryant was also, he can't be your leader because he won't lift up the guy when Andrew Bynum
shouted at you.
Kobe was tough.
Derek Fisher, you know what I mean? Kobe make you cry.
Niggas out of practice.
You know what I mean? Kobe wouldn't invite his players. He wouldn't invite Oaks over to dinner at the Cree. But Derek Fisher would go over to the young.
I'm building no team. I ain't no team building over here.
But then Derek Fisher would go over to the kid and say, "Dog, get in next time. Keep your head up." You know what I mean? And I think it's a very similar scenario we might have here, where you've got Chris Paul as your leader, but now he's failing the team, doing in a particular way, in a very, very particular way, which is very weird, obviously. And no doubt, in terms of alpha, Batman relative to one another, is D-Book. My Batman at the Bucks is Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Christopher. I'm
Yo,
submitting.
I've been
Nah.
telling
Nah.
niggas,
yo, weird.
Chris
Nah, let's
Middleton
not.
keeps
No,
weird,
guys.
man.
bailing
Guys, I don't like
Giannis out.
Giannis. I don't like Giannis, man.
Listen,
But we
let me
can't
tell
do
you
this.
something.
Giannis is the Batman.
Chris Middleton,
Let's not.
Chris Middleton keeps bailing Giannis out, bro.
How did Chris Middleton
Pinnacle.
go in game 2?
Stop it. Stop it.
Listen. He keeps bailing that nigga out, bro. I promise
How?
you.
Explain.
Chris
Explain.
Middleton. Last night, dude. Chris Middleton.
And then the game before that,
He
the
did his
game
job.
before that, the game before that. Actually, the whole series.
Listen. No. Wait, hold
Giannis
on.
has been very consistent.
I'll say this.
Can we mute Koki? Can we shut it down a little bit?
Chris Middleton.
Koki rogue.
I don't think is a Batman, right? I don't think he's like the best first option in the league. I don't think, probably not even the best second option in the league. But what I would say in this team, he plays a very critical role. Is that when it's time to step up? I won't lie. Yes, game 3, he was nowhere, right? And I will say, and I even tweeted, I was like, dude, I'll give him a pass. But even in the series before this one, Chris Middleton has shown up, dude. Chris Middleton has shown up, and I will give that guy his flowers. I'll give him his respect is due there by Chris Middleton, dog. He ain't no snub, that guy, bro. So I'll give it to him.
Les has a hand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for acknowledging me leadership. Chris Middleton has made 15 game-tying or go-ahead shots in the fourth quarter or overtime this
as many as LeBron James.
That's tied with LeBron James 2007 for the most in a single playoffs in the last 25 seasons.
This guy is cold. I keep telling you.
Stop it, Lisedi.
Watch me bring this around in a way you never would have seen. We cannot talk, and I'm going to start early. We cannot talk Steve Kerr's game winners for Jordan. We cannot talk Derek Fisher or Robert Horry's game winners for the Lakers. We cannot talk Ray Allen's game winner for the Heat or Kyrie Irving's game winner for the Cavs, when we all know there were other players that played the first 3 quarters and even that fourth quarter to get them in a position to be able to hit those winners. And this is
Les,
where
I thought you were okay.
I'm
coming around. I'm coming around. And I was Brian. I'm with you. I promise you, I'm with you. And this is why I was messing around earlier when I said it's Giannis. I mean, when I was saying it's Chris. Yes, Chris Middleton is playing extremely good closing basketball, but the big criticism for Giannis in the playoffs have been he can't make shots in the fourth, he can't shoot the ball, whatever the case may be.
He disappears.
His language even now in the media about Chris is I trust that guy and this. Giannis, I think, has realized, dog, that situation.
He's got to defer.
That situation might not be me, but I'm gonna make sure that every game is so close that we have the ability to close.
Guys, all Chris is doing is doing his job. He's shooting. That's what he's supposed to do. Like
exactly
it's not
Giannis's mind that Giannis
to be able
made
to defer. You being a back-to-back MVP and determine that, you know what, if Chris Middleton wants the ball, you give him the ball. They said he ran away from it. They said he pulled the Wi-Fi.
Ran away from it.
Nah,
we didn't
shut down the Wi-Fi. Ain't nobody get a Wi-Fi in the house now. They're coming for me. No, I definitely agree with you, bro. I think outside of that, finish up, Les. Sorry, finish up.
No, my point is simple. Like, genuinely, I was messing around earlier with Chris. I'm glad he's making this. He's playing so well now to end it all. I mean, to close off games. And that's my dap I can give him. But in my opinion, the long and short of this is Giannis has really made a significant adjustment in this game. It's just like, Brian, I think you made a good comparison of Giannis versus Kobe. Not Kobe. Giannis versus Shaq, right? And guys, you know, I don't want to get into the arguments of the Kobe and Shaq thing. I think people completely disrespect what that partnership was. And I think it was,
100%.
in my opinion, it was one of the closest 50-50s, I believe, if you truly look at the impact.
And also, before you go ahead, both of those guys weren't the leader, weren't the vocal guy. That was always Gary Payton or someone else.
Yeah,
those guys were just playing the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just playing the game, right?
Sorry.
And my firm belief is we're seeing a very watered down version of what a Kobe and Shaq would have looked like. Where Shaq knew, dog, Shaq couldn't hit free throws in the fourth quarter. Who else was going to hit the game winner? Robert Horry or Kobe Bryant. So what I'm saying is, but I always would respect Shaq's mind for knowing that that's the decision you make.
As good as you are, as the alpha, you can't make that's not your job.
I'm willing to pay my respects to Giannis, man. He's the adjustment has been great for him.
Yeah.
Giannis has been.
One thing I like the most, I think he hasn't been taking tough shots or forcing anything. I think compared to the earlier rounds, when you left him on the 3, he would shoot it until. Now he's actually taking some time to find Chris Middleton and see where I don't like how he kept getting fouled and throwing the ball out. He actually, it kind of showed that he's not trying to go for the bucket, where he'd go up and get contact by the time the whistle blows. He's still
Yeah.
I would have liked for him to kind of try go for the contact and the bucket. But I think, and I also do think that there's a slight less aggression from him when he's kind of looking for Middleton. So I think he might be deferring a little bit much. But I 100% agree. I think their responsibilities on the team are you make the shots, you shoot the 40, 50, 90. I'm going to get the rebounds. I'm going to get the gritty. I'm going to get the dirty plays. I'm going to make sure that we do the hard work to put you in position to close out. So, like you said, if they're down 15 because Giannis has 10 points, Chris Middleton can hit 23s, but I mean, there's no potential for buzzer beater. All of these shots that Middleton has hit, it hasn't been on the back of a 40-point game or 35-point game. Some of those buckets could have been in a 15, 20-point game, but they were a go-ahead bucket. So I think there's a little bit more to look into there, but I 100% agree with you guys. 100%.
Who do you guys think has the
Yeah,
most
me too.
to lose?
Phoenix.
I
I think Chris
No,
Paul.
no.
Chris
I think
Paul,
the
it's gotta
Bucks.
be this year, man.
You think the Bucks?
Wait,
Giannis is
what's your
look,
question?
So who do you think
Who
has the
has
most to lose if they lose this finals?
Giannis. Actually, no, CP3. Hectic.
Yeah, dog. CP3 carries the average for both teams. He might not get another
CP3.
chance like this. I think I might have said it last week.
Exactly.
This is the one
Because
chance
now
CP3
next season we have a
has.
healthy Golden State.
Healthy Lakers, better Golden State, better. I think if CP3
Better
doesn't do it
Nets.
this year, even Booker with Phoenix, if he doesn't do it this year, he might end up playing someplace else before he actually gets a chance to do it, because this was that one perfect shot to the championship, and they got to do it
That's
this
your
year.
only chance.
With Giannis is 25 years old. I think he's got the most
That's
room
fine.
to grow in terms of what he can do for his skill and ability. So I think he'll definitely have a
I think
lot
he
more
has the
chance.
most
Or 26, sorry. Yeah, he's got the most.
I think Giannis has the most to gain.
If he wins.
If he wins, what it solidifies for his career and his accolades, and then also the Bucks are going to stay together as a unit. We know that for next season.
Yeah.
So the hope would be that the Bucks are going to come back next season as if, with that championship chest out, and they could become, now a team we actually believe could win something. I think they have the most to gain, but definitely Phoenix the most to lose.
So you guys we all made some calls early in the playoffs. Before we wrap it up, who do you guys have? What's the series count? You guys still back in Phoenix?
Still. Yeah, still
Phoenix.
Suns in 7.
Phoenix in 6.
I'm still staying at home with Milwaukee. I'm still staying home with Milwaukee.
I'm saying a hot
You
2
said
in a
5.
row.
You said 5.
Me.
Nah, I switched it up.
No,
I said 6.
Brian
I switched
said
it up on
Bucks
the
and
show.
5.
No, I switched it up on the show, but we can go. I was
He
wrong.
has
Let's
to
go back
change
to
it
6.
now. I mean, we're at 4.
Mathematically, I'm there.
Mathematically, he cannot get 5.
What must happen? What must happen? I can't be right about that. But no, sure, I might have said that. I was wrong about that. But I think the Bucks are taking the series, and I think Giannis will be the Finals MVP uncontested. I think if Phoenix wins it, they better not give CP3 that Finals MVP. They better not. They better not.
Depends how they win it. You know the
He has
story.
15 of them.
Yeah, it's all about the narrative.
Brian, you know the story.
15 of them.
Brian, if CP3 plays the next 2 games out of his shoes, Brian, they're gonna give it to him.
I also think we can't expect Middleton to go for another 40-point game. I think Giannis' next game is going to be the 40, and Drew maybe can just shoot 40%, maybe just by the grace of Game 5, dog. Because that man has been horrendous. He's killing them. He's making it more difficult than it should be. Those Bucks guys should be walking through this, but without that man, shout out to his defense. But offensively, they even got to play Jeff Teague. It's Bears.
I'm right there with Shine. Suns in 6. I'll see you on the fast break. We can unpack it when it happens.
Ryan, I enjoyed your hosting. You're so simple, and when you're hosting, I like it.
You don't want me to talk too much. That's why you don't want to put too many questions in my mouth, because I go on the whole day. So you try to lock me up. Oh, Les don't like that I'm getting dapped on air. ISO Brio coming soon. Okay, tell him. Yo, thank you guys so much for watching.
No.
When is game 5? I think on Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Hey, we might have an impromptu show for y'all. You never know. Thank you guys for watching.
Stop making promises live, dude. How?
Hey, dog. Hey, Koki, if you can't be there,
Miss Shine.
Dog, do you see what they said? I actually had on at work legit the Friday off. Anyway, Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time. I hope City put that Wi-Fi back in, man. Like, subscribe, share, show us some love.
Thanks a lot.
Deuces.
Cheers.
Deuces.
Cheers.